Hello, welcome to this Virtual Airlines Manager video tutorial. First of all, I would like to talk a little bit about this project. This is a personal project that I've been working for some time ago. In the previous version, everything was in Spanish, but in this new version, I decided to do it everything in English and to add multi-language capabilities. Virtual Airlines Manager is a web system that allows you to create and manage your own virtual airline. It's quite easy, it's very generic, and everything was developed in order to help people without programming skills to create a web system, a full complete web system with administration capabilities. Virtual Airlines Manager is also free and open source code, so you can modify, you can adapt this to your needs. If you need to modify any screen, you will see that it's very easy, but at least you have to know what is the PHP language. In any case, as told previously, everything is done in an easy way to allow people with no very high skills in the programming to modify everything. Virtual Airlines Manager tries to cover everything that a virtual airlines need. For example, as you can see, everything is fully focused on the virtual airline, so it contains the main features you will need. For example, you have a welcome message to talk about your virtual airlines. Before continue, I would like to tell you that all the data you will see here in this video is just demo data. So for example, I'm taking piece of text from Wikipedia and so on. So don't make any relationship from this data with a real airline or with a virtual airline. This is just demo data to show you what is Virtual Airlines Manager. So in this home page you have your welcome message. For your virtual airline, the only thing you have to do is to change this text. You have the global statistics for your company, like number of pilots, number of aircraft, and so on. You have the last 5 flights that has been reported into the system. You have also the last 5 pilots registered into the system. You have the future events, the current notants, and also because Twitter is one of the most used social networks these days, I decided to add the tweets section, so you have to change this in order to display your virtual airline Twitter timeline. Well, one of the main features I add in this version, this is the version 0.21, is the web design responsive. What does it mean? It means that Virtual Airlines Manager is looking good in any screen size. For example, now I am using my computer, but let's imagine and let's simulate that we are using a smartphone. So now we see this like a smartphone. You can see that scrolling down, everything is correct displayed. So if you continue like this, everything is correctly displayed, the menus and everything. So let's go back to the normal standard view. So in the main page you have the home page. I talked about this already, and also you have the typical section to display the list of pilots. Okay, you can see all the pilots that are in the system. The active are and the inactive one. You have the list of the aircraft that is on your virtual airlines with the registry, the type, the location, the status, number of hours, name, and this, and if it is booked or not. I will talk about a little bit later about this. You have also your routes, okay, and you have also statistics sections with some fantastic graph. All these graphs are JavaScript graph, so you don't have to worry about if your users are using an iPad or not, because it is already covered this possibility. So I am not using Flash, I am using JavaScript. So for example, here in this graph we have the number of flights per day in the current month. Because I am recording this on the 14th, the graph is cut in the 14th. We have the percentage of planes on our fleet. So we have, in this case, for the Airbus 320, we have 34% is this kind of aircraft, and so on. We have also the percentage of the reported flights for the charter is 80 and almost 20 in this case, and the percentage of the type of the reports. Before continue, it's important to let you know, and everything is documented in the documentation I provide with the project, that there are two kinds of flights. There are charter flights and regular flights. The charter flights are those one that any pilot is using any kind of plane and is flying from one airport to another airport without any restriction. And we have also the regular flights. The regular flights are covering the real routes created by the administrator. So not all the pilots can fly all the routes, because any route is assigned to a particular aircraft type, and in order to let you fly a regular route, you have to be certified for the aircraft type assigned to that route. I repeat, everything is explained in the documentation. This video is just like a summary, but in any case I will talk about a little bit later about the regular flights. In this version I integrate three systems to report the flights. We have the manual report, where the people is filling a form to insert the flight. We have also FS Hackers, it's a free tracking tool that allow people to track a flight and to report the flight in this system. And also we have what is, in my opinion, the best hackers for the flight simulator is the FS Keeper. In this statistics section we have also the typical top 5 pilots by hours, by number of flights, by landings, and the most fly routes. In this case, for the landings, I have only one pilot, because in my test, this is an environment for me. I am only using this. I only did test for the touchdown with this pilot, but it is working fine. So let's go back to the home page. What else? We have the typical section in order to display what is the stuff. Again, I repeat, this is demo data, so don't look at the data. This is just test to fill the space. You have to put your own data here. Here we have also a section for the rules, okay, a section for the school, and a couple of links for your forum and to register. As said previously, this new version .1 has the multi-language capabilities. What does it mean? It means that any visitor that is looking to your website will see this in English. You can modify the language, but in the standard installation the main language is English. As you can see, there are two languages, English and Spanish. So you can add your own language. You can add Italian, French, or whatever you need. The only thing you have to do is just to translate a file with all the labels. So for example, let's take the Spanish. Now everything is in Spanish except the text, but all the labels, as you can see, are in Spanish. Everything is in Spanish. Now the statistics. and so on. So again, I'm going to create a new video just to let you know how to translate everything to your language. You will see it's very easy, and in the administration panel that will be shown in the video number 2 I'm going to record, you will see how to link the new language with your new translation file. So let's go back to the English because this video is for English, and also any visitor can register into the system. Here you have all the registry for your pilots. There is all the validation needed, so you don't have to worry about anything. Everything is done for you. The only thing you have to do is to install and put your labels. That's all for your language. So everything is done. So let's go to enter into the system. This is one of my users. And now once the user has been logged, he will be redirected to the pilot homepage. In this pilot homepage, the user can see his own data. In this case, he has all the profile information, name, call sign, the country, the city, and so on. The rank of this user is captain. The salary per hour. The salary per hour is linked to the rank, so a captain is earning 1,000 euros per hour of flight. The money already earned when this pilot registered into the system, and so on. You have also your own personal statistics, like the number of flights, your number of hours, and so on. And you have what are your certifications. It means that this pilot is able to fly regular routes that are assigned to the Airbus 320 or 330. Okay. Now there is a list of flights reported into the system. As you can see, there are 3 kinds of reports: manual reports, FS Cooper reports, and FS ACARS reports. You will see also a map with your last 10 flights, and that's all. This is the homepage for the pilot. For example, all the logs for FS Cooper are already displayed if you enter in one of the flights. As you can see, this is a flight between Dublin and Oslo in Norway, so everything is tracked. And also the same for the FS ACARS flight. For example, this one, you can see the log of FS ACARS. And the number of information provided by FS Keeper is more complete, but with FS ACARS you have some kind of information, but is not as complete as FS Keeper. What else for the pilot? He has all the links that any non-registered user has, like a list of pilots, fleet. For example, he's able to find information about all the Airbus 320, or for example, okay, give me all the planes with type Boeing 738. So he is able to see this. If you press on the location, you will see all the aircraft in this location, and so on. So everything is filtered based on the links. For example, this one, you can see all the flights done for this aircraft. Okay, flights for the aircraft with tail registry Echo Charlie Hotel Juliet Foxtrot. So you can see all the historic of flights for this aircraft, and so on. And also you have your personal statistics, exactly the same as in the generic statistics for the company. no, this is the statistics for the company. If you come back to your profile, you will see your statistics here, my stats. Okay, this is the number of flights for my pilot, the percentage comparing charter and regular flights, and the percentage by report type. But this is not for the company, this is for my own user. Okay, let's go back to the pilot options. This is a menu, a visual menu that allow to the pilots to do some actions. So in Virtual Airlines Manager, I add the possibility to send internal message to other member of the company. So for example, here you can create a new message and you will see all the active pilots currently in the system. So you can select, for example, I'm going to select myself. So test number 1, this is a test message. Okay, I send it, and as you can see, I send to myself the message. You can send, of course, to another pilot. You can see the message and you can reply. Okay. Also, what you can do is to delete all the message. You don't want to see it anymore, this one, and the same for this one. Okay, more actions for the pilots. You can book a route, so let's talk about what is the regular flights and so on. Okay, we can fly this route. This route is from Bilbao to Madrid. Okay, this is the flight 2103, and why I can fly this flight? For one simple reason. Okay, the routes that you can fly are only those ones that are assigned to an aircraft type that you are 35. In this case, my user is 35 for the Airbus 320 and the Airbus 330. Okay, you have to be in a location that is the departure from one of the routes. Okay, so, and also there must be an aircraft in this location with an aircraft type that IN35 that has been assigned to this route. Okay, let's go step by step. Okay, I am in Lima Echo Bravo Bravo airport. I am 35 for the Airbus 320 and Airbus 330. Okay, so let's go to the routes and let's try to find what are the routes that are departing from Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. Okay, there is only one. I'm going to try to find others. Okay, no, there is only one departure from Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. This is the flight 2103, and this route is assigned to the Airbus 330 and Airbus 320. Okay, perfect, everything is correct. Now let's go to try to find what are the planes that are in Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. Let's go to fleet and let's go try to find which of them are in Bilbao. There is only one plane in Bilbao. It's the Echo Charlie Kilo Lima Papa. So perfect, it's booked, and yes, it's booked by me because I booked this plane before. So as you can see, this is the current aircraft booked by me. Okay, so we can cancel this reserve. Let's try to book again. Here, the system is offering us the only route that we can fly from our current location and based on our certifications. So list accept, and the system now is displaying what are the planes that are in this location. Okay, and this is exactly the same plane that was already booked by me. So we book it again, and this is the message: booking successful. The booking will be cancelled automatically in the next 24 hours. What does it mean? It means that if you don't fly this regular flight in the next 24 hours, the system will detect it and will cancel the reservation for the plane, and the plane will be free again. So the plane is already booked. Let's do another exercise to understand what is the regular routes. So let's go to the book route. We are going to cancel our flight, and we are going to change our location. Okay, so I have the opportunity to explain that the pilots can move to another location. So let's go to Lima Echo Mike Delta, is Madrid. Okay, now the pilot is in Lima Echo Mike Delta. From Lima Echo Mike Delta we have a lot of routes, as you can see, all these ones. Okay, so now the system should offer us all these routes. Well, yes, all these routes. So let's go to the pilot actions, book a route, and the system is detecting that we are in Lima Echo Mike Delta and is offering us the routes that we can fly. So let's take, for example, this route 1108 is going to Ibiza. And now the system is offering us all the Airbus 320 and Airbus 330 that are assigned to this route. In this case, there are only Airbus 320, and we are going to take this one, for example, Lima Victor Golf. Okay, Lima Victor Golf. Let's try to find this. Lima Victor Golf, here we have, is booked, and is booked because we have booked this plane. Let's go back to the pilot actions. Let's do a report. As said, you can report your flights via FS ACARS or via FS Keeper. Just for this video, I'm going to report this flight in the manual mode. So we are going to report a flight for today from Lima Echo Mike Delta to Lima Echo India Bravo. The distance, I don't know, for example, 450, 1 hour, 2300, and test number 1. We submit the flight, and the system is detecting that we are reporting a regular flight. Okay, the flight is not reported, it's just in a previous state, and we confirm that yes, we have done this flight. Okay, the flight is stored in the database. We go back to the pilot profile. We see that we have been moved to Lima Echo India Bravo, and this is our last flight reported. It's a regular done manually, and this is the code for the regular flight. Okay, let's see what happened with the plane. The plane was Lima Victor Golf, and Lima Victor Golf has been moved to Ibiza, and now it's free because the flight has been done, and the number of hours for this plane is 1, and the status has been decreased 5%. Let's see more information. As you can see, this is the flight for this aircraft with the registry Echo Charlie Lima Victor Golf, and you see the flight that has been reported 1 minute ago. Perfect. go back to the system and we go back to the pilot actions. So we have seen the internal message system, how to book a route, how to change our location, and how to report a manual flight. I repeat that you can report the flights via FS Keeper and FS Acars. The system will detect automatically if the route is a charter route or a regular route. The finance are based on the validated flights and on your jump. You can jump, I mean, you can move from one location to another location without any flight. Is what we have been done moving from Bilbao to Madrid. And your money will be based on the number of hours, the jumps that you have done, and in your rank. More pilot actions. You can see your profile. You can change, for example, your password, your email address, and so on. You can see your stats I showed you previously. Okay, this is the flight that has been reported 2 minutes ago. And also you can see the parameters of the virtual airline. I am not going to describe all of them because everything is documented in the documentation I provide with the project, but this information is vital for the company. Many of the behaviors of the system is based on these parameters. These parameters are set up by the administrator in the administration panel. And for example, the landing rate considered as a crash is this one. You can choose, for example, 850 feet per minute, but you can put the value that you want. What does it mean? It means that if you are reporting a flight and in your landing vertical speed is greater than this one, than this value, the system will detect that is a crash. And then the plane will be in the hangar for the reparation for this amount of days. Aircraft reparation duration after crash. So that plane will not be possible to use in the next 5 days. And so on with other parameters. As you can see, there are many parameters, so I recommend to you to read the documentation. And also we have the typical download section. I offer 2 links, but when you are creating your own system, you can add here your documents for your company or whatever you need. In this case, these 2 links are generating the template for the report via FS Keeper or via FS Acars, and is a personal file created dynamically by the system based on your pilot information. I think I've been covering all the main aspects for the pilots without entering into the administration. This administration part will be covered in a second video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is useful for you to understand what is Virtual Airlines Manager, what Virtual Airlines Manager offers to you. And I repeat, this is a free open source project, has been developed to be implemented quickly, so you just have to put the files, to apply some scripts, to change a couple of things in the database and in a couple of files, and you have a full and complete web system to manage your own virtual airline. Everything has been developed to make it easy without complex programmatic skills. You can do whatever you want, and you can create your own virtual airline web system. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you use it. For me, it will be a pleasure if you use it. Happy landings and see you in another video. Bye bye.